Hi everybody. So it's Skin Cancer Awareness Week coming up, so I thought it would be a great time to do a vlog on skin cancer because skin cancer is the most common form of cancer in the UK, with 1 in 4 men, 1 in 5 women developing a skin cancer at some time. There are at least 100,000 new cases of skin cancer diagnosed every single year, and the disease kills over 2,500 people a year. That's 7 people every single day. Ultraviolet light, UV radiation, from the sun can cause damage to the skin and lead eventually to skin cancer. In fact, ultraviolet light exposure is the main preventable cause of skin cancer. And I say preventable because, of course, there are some genetic cases of skin cancer. If you experience severe sunburn, particularly in childhood, this increases the risk of developing skin cancer in later life. So it's very important to protect yourself all of the time and your family from the sun. Now, I know we say this all of the time, but don't do as people my age did. And as kids, teenagers, 20-somethings, we literally went out into the sun and fried ourselves. We disregarded the danger of burning because we didn't know. But we do know now. I know for sure. I have had 5 basal cell carcinomas as a result. So what to do? Well, the very easiest thing to do is look at your clothing. Cover as much of the skin as possible, paying special attention to the face and the shoulders, which are super sensitive, and they're positioned in a place where they can burn easily. And when you think about looking at people, quite often it's the shoulders and back and face that you see very red, and anything that's very red is burnt, I'm afraid. So consider t-shirts and hats, even when you're in the water. Actually, especially when you're in the water. And especially for children and those who burn very easily, and some of us will burn a lot easier than others. Loose, light clothing, such as linen, not only protects against burning, can look very good, depending on the style, obviously, but is also quite cooling. So in a hot environment, loose linen, long clothing helps you stay cool. A hat with a wide brim will shade the head, the face, the ears, the neck. All of those things can burn, and I've seen people with skin cancers on their ears. And a good sunscreen. So let's talk about sunscreen. An SPF 30 plus or above. Sunscreen alone is obviously not the end of the story. So always try and combine efforts. So starting with clothing, then go to the sunscreen. Generously apply sunscreen with an SPF 30 everywhere if possible, but certainly on exposed areas, so arms, back, shoulders, face. A waterproof sunscreen is better because it protects you not only from swimming, but also from sweating, because that also gets rid of sun cream once you've got it on. Apply 20 to 30 minutes before going outside so you don't dry it off with your clothes. Then do it every 2 hours, but sooner if you feel that you're really feeling the sun, if you swim or if you sweat a lot, because that will wash it away. And don't just look at the SPF on the bottle, you need to look at the UVA star rating. That's really important as well. So look for star rating of between 4 and 5. Now, why is that important? So that's important because if you want to keep away wrinkles, and once you get to my age, you really notice how much damage the sun has done. If you want to look good, you need to actually protect yourself from UVA, not just UV and UVB. UVA damages the skin and is actually responsible for most wrinkles, about 80%. So I always say to younger women, don't go for the suntan, go for the UVA protection, because then you'll look great when you're 60. Make sure it's in date, because actually if it's out of date, it might not work, or it might not work as well. And we're all as bad as each other. I have got hundreds of bottles of sunscreen upstairs in a bag that I grab when I need it. But actually we need to look at the dates and make sure they're in date. And don't forget to protect your lips. Sunshine can bring out cold sores if you actually suffer from them, but you can burn your lips as well. So you can get an SPF 30 lip balm. And then finally, you've got the cool clothes on, you've got the sun cream on, your eyes need protecting as well, and that you need to do this with good sunglasses. So UV radiation can cause damage to the eyes and is a major cause of cataracts. So sunglasses with a good quality lens that filters out UV, absolutely essential, and again can look really super cool with a really good hat as well. Look for the EU CE mark for the best protection, and if you can, use wraparounds. Now I know they're better suited for the ski slopes, and you certainly need them on the ski slopes, but wraparound sunglasses don't let the sun in at the side, so they're better for you and better at protecting your eyes. But obviously combine all of these things together. Always have a look at your skin and make sure that there isn't something new that you've noticed. And if you're worried about any new moles or marks or scaly lesions which don't look like moles but they're not going away, go and see your GP, because it's better to catch these things early. And if you've done all of the things that I've just told you about, hopefully you'll never get to that stage. Now go out and enjoy the sun, because I'm going to.